I want to talk about the strawweight division because I gotta admit, I've been watching. I keep my eye on, the flow and the pace of what's going on MMA social media and YouTube. And one thing I'm noticing is that the strawweight division is not getting a lot of love lately. It's like almost all of the focus, or most of it, seems to be on the flyweight division. And it's like, I get it. There's some fun and exciting stuff going on over there in the strawweight or in the flyweight division. But hey, the strawweight division is still where it's at right now. It is still the deepest division. Excuse me. I think it's still probably the most competitive division. I think for whatever reason, it's just not getting the limelight that it was for, a while. But I'm here tonight to put some light back on the UFC Strawweight division. So we're going to go over the entire top 15, talk about what they've been up to and what they're going to be doing next, and talk about, where they need to go to move up and down the division. So first up, let's start with the champ, Rose Namajunas. Had a good year last year. She came out, challenged Weili Zhang for the title, knocked her out in the first round, defended it against Zhang again, and won the rematch via, I believe, split decision. So she had a good year last year. Now she is most likely facing number 2 ranked Carla Esparza. However, the date for this fight hasn't been set. So who knows when it's going to be. I hope it's sometime soon, because Esparza hasn't fought in almost a year. It's already February. So let's hurry up and get this fight booked already. And you got number 1 ranked, the former champ, Zhang Weili Zhang. She's coming off of 2 straight losses to Rose Namajunas last year in 2021. Unfortunately, she does not have a fight set yet. So we'll see. Possibly going to be facing Joanna Jędrzejczyk next in the rematch. Don't know yet, though. So keeping on moving, we got number 2 ranked Carla Esparza. Esparza is currently on a 5-fight winning streak. And of course, we already talked about she's most likely challenging for the title next against Rose Namajunas in a fight that hasn't been dated yet, or they haven't announced it officially yet. Conference chicanery in the chat says a good chance Cookie Monster takes that belt. Who gets the number 1 contender position, and who's fighting next for the challenger spot? Well, it's good thing you asked, because let's bring that up next. So next up, we have number 3 ranked Marina Rodriguez. Rodriguez is on a 3-fight winning streak, which is very nice. All 3 of those wins came in 2021, so she had a heck of a year last year. And she actually has a fight booked yet against number 4 ranked Yan Xiaonan. That's going down at UFC number 272 on March 3rd, so less than a month away. I think whoever wins the Namajunas Esparza fight is going to face the winner of this fight, because I think the winner of this bout will be the next number 1 contender. Because Rodriguez is on a 3-fight winning streak. She's number 3. If she wins, she'll be on a 4-fight winning streak. Whereas Yan, she is coming off that loss to Esparza. But if she can beat Marina Rodriguez and snap that 3-fight winning streak, that is going to do big things for her profile. Plus, there's no way the UFC is going to deny a chance for another Chinese fighter to get at that title, because they want that China money. So number 4, Yan Xiaonan, like I said, she's coming off that loss, TKO loss to Carla Esparza, and that snapped an 11-fight winning streak that dates back almost 10 years, something like that, way before she debuted in the UFC. And we already mentioned that her next fight is going to be against number 3 ranked Marina Rodriguez. So that's just the top 5 fighters in the division, the champ and the top 4. We've already got fights. Well, we've got 1 fight that is basically booked. They just haven't announced a date yet. We've got a #1 contender bout. We've got a former champ waiting on her next fight announcement. So now we move to #5, Mackenzie Durham. So Durham is coming off of a decision loss to Marina Rodriguez back on October 9th last year. Before that, I think she had a 3-fight winning streak going, 3 or 4. And then she actually already has a fight booked. She's going to be taking on #7 ranked Tasha Torres. That's going to go down on UFC 273 on April 9th. So that should be a darn good one. You know, you've got the grappler Durham taking on the tiny tornado, the striker, Tasha Torres. I think that's going to be a good fight. Good test for Durham and a chance for Torres to break into the top 5. She's always been, you know, just outside the top 5, pretty much since the founding of the division. So we'll see. Next, we have #6 ranked Nina Nunes Ansaroff. Her last fight, she took a loss to Mackenzie Durham in April of 2021. So she's coming up on a year of inactivity. And she's on a 2-fight skid going back to 2019. Of course, she had that long layoff. She had a kid and then took some time off because of that. She was supposed to fight Amanda Lemos back in December and pulled out of that. Honestly, not sure what her current status is. So right now, she is like the lone dud so far out of the, 7 fighters I mentioned so far. Like the lone dud. We have no idea what she's doing, when she's fighting next. Pulled out of her last scheduled bout on a 2-fight losing skid. So hopefully we'll see some more activity. She either needs to take a freaking fight already or start considering retirement. I think that Nina has one foot out the door already. Then we move to #7 ranked Tasha Torres. Already mentioned her earlier. She's going to be fighting Mackenzie Durham on, was it December or April? 9th April, UFC 273. Torres is on a 3-fight win streak right now. She was on a skid for a while. You know, she was losing to pretty much. I mean, she lost to Zhang, she lost to Andrade, she lost to Rodriguez, she lost to Jacek. She did pick up a win over Michelle Watterson that was mixed in there, but she was on a skid for a while there. Just could not beat the top contenders of the division. And now she's on a 3-fight winning streak. First time in a while for her. And if she can beat Durham, she'll crack the top 5. So this could be a pivotal year for Tasha Torres in her career. Then we move on to 8th ranked Michelle Watterson. Now Watterson, coming off the loss to #3 ranked Marina Rodriguez last May. And I lost my place. She's actually lost 3 of her last 4. You know, she's in that same spot Torres was, where she's been facing some really tough top competition and just falling short. I mean, she took the loss to Rodriguez. She lost to Yana Jacek. I think that Torres loss might be mixed in there. But she actually does have a fight booked. She's going to be facing 9th ranked Amanda Hebass at a fight night scheduled for March 26th. So that moves us right down into #9, Amanda Hebass, the WMMA scene breakout fighter of 2020. Hebass, last fight, she took a decision win over #11th ranked Verna Jandiroba. And like I said, she's scheduled to fight Watterson on 26 March. So Hebass needs to keep winning here. You know, she took a hard loss when she got knocked out by Marina Rodriguez. And I mean, she was really on the rise. You know, she was fast rising through the division. And then she basically ran into the fist of Marina Rodriguez. Did not look good in that. I mean, she dominated the first round of that fight. and then went out there and, she has a bad habit of fighting really sloppy on the feet and leaving herself open. That could be bad for her against Watterson. On the ground, I think they're about even. On the feet, if she fights sloppy like she did against Rodriguez, I think Watterson could hurt her. So that should be an interesting one. The Blue Dash in the chat. Welcome back, Blue Dash. Says Torres is booked against Durham, huh? Interesting fight. Yeah, Torres and Durham are going to be facing off. So then we move on to the number 10 spot, Amanda Lemos. Lemos is on a 5-fight winning streak. She lost her UFC debut at bantamweight to Leslie Smith, and she's on a 5-fight winning streak since then. Since coming down to strawweight. Now she's coming. Her last fight, she took a split decision win over Angela Hill. Contentious, very contentious decision win as well. She is next scheduled to fight the number 1 ranked flyweight, Jessica Andrade, in a strawweight bout on April 23rd. And that's going to be a 5-round main event as well. So you got Lemos taking on the former strawweight champion and current number 1 ranked flyweight at a strawweight bout, 5-round main event. This is going to be a good one. I think it's either going to be Lemos via early stoppage, or Andrade's later stoppage, or Andrade's decision. That's what I'm thinking. I think this is going to be a good fight though. These two are going to be looking to hurt each other. But Lemos, she doesn't react well to being pressured. We saw, Hill pressure her in their fight, and she gassed out. Whereas, Andrade, we know she doesn't gas out. Granted, we've only seen her go to the 5th round once, and that was a while ago. But we know that she has the tank to go for days. So that's going to be an interesting one. Now we move to the number 11 spot, Verna Jandiroba. Now she's coming off of a decision loss to number 9th ranked Amanda Hebass back in October of last year. And I have here that, I wrote these notes down last week. I had that she was unscheduled. However, she does have a fight booked. She's going to be taking on Angela Hill, number 12th ranked Angela Hill. And that's going to go down on a UFC fight night on May 14th. So number 11 is going to be taking on number 12. I like that kind of matchup. It's a chance for each of them to, for Jandiroba, it's a chance to keep her spot. For Hill, it's a chance to move up. Hill still has not gotten that first ranked win in the UFC. Just always falling short in wins against ranked fighters. So then you got number 12th ranked Angela Hill. Like I said, she's on a 2-fight skid. Last fight took that split decision loss to Amanda Lemos. We'll have to see how she does against Jandiroba. Then we got number 13, Jessica Penne. So Penne, after a long layoff due to a dispute with USADA, suspension and then dispute with them, she came back last year, picked up 2 wins. Her last fight was a submission win over Karolina Kowalkiewicz in August of last year. Now, she was scheduled to face number 15th ranked Luanna Pinero in November. Had to withdraw from that bout. However, that bout has been rescheduled, and it's going to go down on April 30th. So you got number 13 taking on number 15. That goes down April 30th at a UFC fight night. That should be a good fight. I think Pinero is going to be able to get the fight to the ground. However, when she gets it to the ground, she's also in Jessica Penne's territory, and I think that's where the fight is going to get really interesting. So we have number 14th ranked Brianna Van Buren. Why Brianna Van Buren is ranked, I have no idea. I have no idea why she is ranked at all. Period. Just period. I mean, she's 1-1 in the UFC. Her last fight was a decision loss to Tasha Torres And that was in June of 2020. So she hasn't fought in well over a year and a half. It's coming up on 2 years of inactivity. Now, according to her social media, she's coming back this year. We'll see. We'll see. But as of right now, she doesn't have a fight booked. She's one of those, she fought in 2020 and then got pregnant, had a kid, took all of last year off. We'll see if she actually comes back this year. Why she's ranked right now, I have no clue. And then number 15 is Luanna Pinero. She's currently 2-0 in the UFC. Her last fight, she picked up a decision win over Sam Hughes. And like I said, she's scheduled to face 13th ranked Jessica Penny on April 30th. Be a good chance for her to really break into the top 15. Like right now, she's at 15, but this is her chance to really break into the rankings. So that is the current state of the strawweight division. So as of last week, it was looking like a fairly inactive division, but now we've got more fighters have picked up some fights. So I think everybody, but let's see, we got Namajunas. I think everybody but Zhang, Namajunas, and Brianna Van Buren are either booked or in discussion for fights coming up. So that was really good because as of last week, there was a lot of inactivity going on when I was going to discuss this last week and then end up canceling the stream. But I'm actually, things are looking up now because they booked a few more fights. So now we've got, 12 of the top 15 plus the champ are either booked or, in line to have a fight. So that's going to be very good. I gotta be honest, I like the state of the division so far. You got a champ who fought twice last year, has a fight coming up as soon as they announce the date. So we have a number one contender. We've got a fight to decide the next top contender. And we've got some more fights going on within the top 10 to, keep the division moving. And even in that 10 to 15 spot, most of the fighters are booked now. So I think things are really looking up for the strawweight division. I don't know why people aren't talking about it as much as they used to. I guess the glamour division right now is the flyweight division. Personally, I still think it's the strawweights. Not to say that there's nothing going on in the flyweight division. I just think that as far as like the actual depth of the division goes, the competitiveness and just overall level, the strawweight division is still where it's at, guys. It's all about the strawweights. It has been for years now, and I think it's going to be for a long time to come.